That's how I parallel park.
You need 40 acres? You do. What the hell happened to you?
It's a longer truck.
Yeah.
It's a 6 1/4 bed instead of a 5 1/4.
Yeah.
All the difference in the world.
What?
Yeah. No confidence, Paul. I can't do it.
The Breakfast Flakes podcast brought to you by the Blue Cat Bar and Grill, next to the Roadside Event Center in Huntley. The Blue Cat, it's where it's at.
23 minutes after 5, folks. That wraps up the 20 most painful minutes my partner will have all week.
Oh, my God.
10-4, National CBers Day.
I am not working ever again on October the 4th. Never.
No, if we get a new contract,
I don't care. I'm not
coming
working. Give you $10,000 to go in. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Well, back in the day, there's a bunch of good old trucker songs out there, and you can't play them all in 20 minutes. But
Well, we didn't play any of them.
yes, we did. Convoy may be the best.
Roll On's pretty good.
And Convoy was huge. Number 1 for 6 weeks.
Huge, but not good.
Number 1 for 6 weeks in 1976. Great big song. Changed the type of music country radio played for a brief time. People got big into the CB radio and the CB lingo. And
Word for that.
yeah. Little chilly, 40 degrees this morning, had 39 at the house. And while it's chilly in the morning, days are nice. 84 today, and dip down to 68 tomorrow, 75 Sunday, 79 Monday. A little breezy today, winds 10 to 20, which we hope doesn't get to where the fires are, but they're preparing. Saw a news story last night. They know it's coming and trying to get ready for when the winds pick up, because when you're fighting fire, wind is something you don't want, but you don't have a lot of choice. No chance of rain at all. And just like that one we got about a week and a half ago, we could use a couple inches of rain all over the place, but we're not getting it. More of the cash cow codes at 8:20 and 9:20, and then one more week of that next week if you're playing. Got reprimanded at 9:20 yesterday because I said the code too fast. Sorry. Try and be better about that. Going back to when Paul and I first started working together, we weren't making, I won't even say much money. We were hardly making any money, and looking at some other things. And Paul found a state contract to build the barriers that go up on top of the passes to the snow fences. And he said, we got to build some snow fence. And I said, well, I've never built snow fence, but Paul seems to know what he's doing, so let's look at that. We never pursued it. You know what? We could have put the call out, and we could have made some money for Flakesgiving. Up in Helena, they're going to demolish a Cenex Zip Trip gas station, which is on Custer and North Montana Avenue, and they're putting in a new thing called 7 Brew. It's a new coffee company coming in out of Arkansas, I think it is, first one in the state. But they're paying $33,294 to demolish that site. Well, me and Paul and a couple of guys with pickups, we could knock that down in an afternoon and make some money.
I could put my little dozer on my truck and take it up there and just push her over. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
7 Brews advertises itself as a fast-paced coffee drive-thru. I have admitted many times before, there are several things, had I had the money and been invited to be an investor in, I would have missed out on. I would not have believed people would pay what they pay for water in a bottle, but they do. And I sure as hell wouldn't have invested in coffee places. People are not going to pay $5, $6, $7 for a cup of coffee every day. Oh, wait, they are. And there's going to be long lines. So I'd have missed that one too.
When you think about it, I don't think there's any coffee place anywhere in Billings that's struggling.
I don't either.
The only ones that may be like, nationally, Starbucks is hurting, but Starbucks
did it to themselves.
They did it to themselves.
Yeah.
Plus, look at the money they put in their stores.
Right.
Okay,
sir, we'll get that for you. Could I get a name? Steven with a PH. Steven, your coffee's ready.
What the hell happened to you?
I got a great night's sleep.
Your coffee's ready. God.
There's an outside chance I'm going to be annoying today.
Outside? It's where you're going to end up if you're annoying today, is outside.
Who's a bad boy? And the thing is, people are paying that price for coffees, and apparently they tip well. Got a neighbor's daughter down the street. She's working in one of the coffee places, and she's killing it with tips.
Steven with a PH, your coffee's ready. God. Just going over some stuff here. I see Tim Sheehy had a little get-together at the Yellow Barn. I don't know where that is, unless that's the one in Bozeman where Maddie had her wedding. It kind of looked like it, but I don't know where the Yellow Barn is. But people were all in jackets. So
the big Yellow Barn is in Bozeman.
Yeah, that's where Maddie had her wedding.
It is.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, if you grew up in Great Falls, there was the Red Barn, and that's where they did the kegs of Lucky, $2 at the door, all you could drink. But those were the good old days.
Yeah, I thought that. In fact, this week it was Maddie's anniversary on the 2nd, so wedding anniversary.
You know what? That was a gorgeous wedding all the way around. That was really nice.
Simple but nice.
Yeah.
Inexpensive. But, I mean...
But that's what dads say. I love my daughter. I'll spend anything. I just want to remind you, that cost me a lot. You're not getting divorced after what I spent.
And actually, they did it the right way. They were both working. They just went in and just had the wedding the way they wanted it. And then I just give them a check for however much I'm going to give them.
Right.
And they can do with it what they want.
And that's the right way.
Yeah, that's the rule.
You're not imposing your will or anything else. It's your wedding. It's your special day. Do what you want.
Yeah. Here's how much I'm going to give you. So do what you want. It makes no difference.
I did something uncharacteristic for me on that. I knew I was going to the wedding, but I forgot to book a motel room early on. So I booked out of what was left just a few days before we went up because I wasn't going to go up and come back the same day. And
I would have, but it was my family. I had to stay there. So
right. Yeah, Paul was going to whip up. And
I was.
I should have whipped back.
I was trying to see. It was October.
We stayed, my daughter and I stayed at the My Place Hotel. And partially because I have friends in the hotel business and partially because of the Flakes trips where we go. I'm a hotel snob.
Yeah, I am too.
And yeah, there's Motel 6s out there, but I'll never stay in one. So the fine line between staying in a nice hotel but not wanting to spend $400 a night. So I got a room for what I thought was a decent price with the short notice at the My Place. And we got there and we had brought some bottles of water and I opened the fridge to put the bottles of water in the fridge. And there was still some sour cream and an open bag of cheese.
Oh, nice. Did you help yourself?
It's like, Ryan, we're having tacos tonight.
Yeah. See, I have a simple rule.
Uh-huh.
When I go to a hotel room, I don't want to leave with more stuff. I don't want to leave having... Let me see. I
put it delicately.
I'm trying to. Then when I went into the room to start with, let's put it that way. But yeah, I'm a hotel snob too. And these rooms that we have on the Flakes trip, they're unbelievable. You know, I met a couple at the giveaway the other night that are going, never been, and they said, well, we kind of want to do some stuff while we're down there because we've never been there. And I said, you should. I said, Mark and I did the same thing. When
early years, yeah.
Yeah, when Mark and I first went, we did everything. We went to the ruins. We went to Shellha. We went to Portaventuras. We went to Playa. We went to the Dolphins. We did everything because you want to embrace the culture, know what it's like. You've never been there before.
Everything you see is nothing like where we're from.
Right. And I mean everything you see. So I told them a couple things. I said, you should go to Tulum. That's the ruins. You don't have to go to Chichen Itza. You can just go to Tulum. And Tulum's only like 45 minutes down the road.
Oh, just got a message.
What?
108 days.
Oh, good. Thanks, Deanna. Thank you. What a sweetheart. I'm glad she's keeping track for us.
You know, now she's a perfect example. Can't go every year because of job and kids and family commitments. But she went a few years ago, had a blast, went by herself, met up with another single gal. They had a great week. And she's going again this year. Going to have a great time.
Yeah. She knows what it is. I said, go to Tulum. I said, if you have a chance, maybe check out one of the cenotes that they have. The underwater rivers are cool and the caves and stuff. Those are cool. And I said, you have to go to Playa one night. You got to go to Playa and go at night and see all the activity, see the streets, experience the shops and the lines that the guys use to try to get you into the stores.
Hey, Whisker.
Yeah.
Come buy my junk.
Yeah. It's just, and I said, so that's 3 nights right there, or 3 days.
Right.
And I said, but you're also going to find then if you do about 3 things, you're going to just want to spend more time at the resort then because you haven't had a chance to enjoy that either. So I gave him a few tips.
You come back from your 3rd day in a row of doing stuff, and you see me and Paul having a cold one sitting on the beach. What did you guys do today? Not a damn thing.
Yes, look at me. And
My little friend that went last year, before we went, she's like, well, I want to go swim with the dolphins. I want to go ziplining in the jungle. I said, and I will find you people that want to do that with you.
that's right.
And she said, don't you want to go? I said, done it.
Yeah.
Been there, done it, had a great time. Would rather spend my week poolside.
I went fishing last year. Hadn't been fishing for a while, and took Craig with me from Lavina. We went out and
Didn't take a pole, just a sharp stick and led with his arm.
That's what I did. Yep, that's what I did. Once again, my asshole partner this morning, folks, got too much sleep. Stephen, your order's ready. What is with you?
I'm just in a great mood.
Have another Nestle Crunch bar, would you? And put some more chocolate in there.
A little more sugar on it.
Good Lord.
No matter what you do.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's a great week, but we'd say save a couple days. My rule has always been, since we started going, even on the years where I golfed a lot and everything, the first full day I don't leave the resort, and the last full day I don't leave the resort.
Right. Oh yeah. It's kind of like being on a cruise ship, because the first day on a cruise ship is a day at sea.
Right.
And the last day coming home, it's a day at sea. And you're kind of glad it is, actually. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we don't want to rub it in too much for those of you that can't go.
Until the week before we go, which is rub it in week.
That's right. That's right. Then I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. So,
Get ready for a spooktacular October at the Roadside Event Center. Friday, October 11th, join them for Bingo, a fundraiser for Pack the Place in Pink. Get tickets now for Dueling Pianos on Friday and Saturday, October 18th and 19th. And plan for a Halloween weekend filled with fun. The Blue Cat has fantastic food and drinks. Sushi and sliders on Sundays, Italian night Mondays, prime rib Saturdays, and loaded Bloody Marys all weekend. The Blue Cat Bar and Grill, Northern Avenue in Huntley, just 9 miles east of the Metro Park exit.
I need Wilson technical stuff.
Might be in trouble.
Okay, if I've got a picture on my phone that I want to share on Facebook, all right, how do I do that?
Okay, the little square in the left-hand corner.
Right.
Hit that.
The one with the arrow on
Yep.
it. Okay.
And then you want to share it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Move your finger left to right until you get to the Facebook icon.
Okay.
And then push Facebook.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay, and then it should pop up. If there's anything you want to say, you can type under it, or you can hit share.
Okay, let's see. It says share to. I got all kinds of stuff that came up here.
Okay, move it left to right till it comes to Facebook. In a related story, Cher is going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, and she's had herself cloned, and she's on tour. They're calling it the Cher and Cher-alike tour.
Are they? I'm about to leave. It says feed, story, or groups.
Feed.
Okay, hit feed. Okay. All right. There's the picture. Now, what if I want to put a little something under it?
Okay, touch your finger under the picture so the line shows up.
Okay, hold on. I'm not getting a line. I got to create post. Look at that picture.
Oh my God.
I know.
Okay, and you can just share the picture that way.
Okay.
And then go onto Facebook and type something under it in the comments.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this picture and it's breaking my heart. I'm going to post this. Okay, post. Okay, now I got a little white circle. Connection shared to Facebook. Check.
Okay.
Okay.
So now you can go to your Facebook page.
My Facebook page? All right, hold on.
I'm going to go to your page too and look at it.
Okay, see if it's there. Okay.
Yeah, it showed up. So right under.
Okay.
So you can put your comment.
Oh, I see. Write a comment.
Right.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Paul doesn't post a lot of stuff. I only had to scroll down a little bit. April 2nd, 22.
April 2nd of 22.
Emily on Fox and Friends this morning.
Oh.
Going back, we were just trying to get Emily graduated from high school.
Oh, yeah. I remember. I saw that and I put it on there. Emily Pennington.
Yep. Oh, there's an old picture of the family on the beach when John was the shortest kid.
Boy, that's a long time ago.
That's old Slim's kind of tall these days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Folks, it's a picture of a little girl down there in the flooded area of North Carolina. And, folks, it's a disgrace. It is so disrespectful. It is such an insult to us as a nation of what we're doing to those poor people down there in North Carolina, led by the Democrats. Once again, how in the hell can you people vote for these people?
Where's our leadership right now?
Kamala Harris went down there and passed out a couple meals and said, we're going to give everybody down here who's lost everything $750 from FEMA. That's it, $750. And people gave them the finger. They have to fill out a bunch of papers, all kinds of stuff. These people have nothing.
Right.
$750. Now, we've given the Ukraine $100 billion. You know why, folks? You know why FEMA can only give them $750? FEMA's broke. They raided FEMA. Are you sitting down? You Democrats, you vote for this. They raided FEMA to put the money into the illegal immigrant fund to fund all the illegals that are coming into the country that are getting checks for thousands of dollars when they come into the country, and housing and transportation and a cell phone. Mm-hmm. And they're giving these poor people of our nation, including that picture of that girl I just posted on there and her family, $750. Good luck. I was so damn mad when I saw that yesterday. And you know what, folks? It's too bad they're not closer. That's the kind of thing. If that happened in the mountains of Red Lodge, we would be there.
That's right.
I know you people out there. I know your DNA, and we would have hundreds up there right now.
Look at the turnout we got to build fence.
Yeah.
If it was something like that, we'd have hundreds of people.
I'd have taken my crawler up there. We'd have other guys bring skid steers and dozers, and we'd open roads and clean debris. Oh, God. I was so freaking mad when I saw that yesterday. $750. That's an insult, folks. Mm-hmm. And you vote for them.
Yeah.
You know, Asheville, that's a blue area of North Carolina, too. They're not going to be blue any longer.
Yeah. Where's the people you voted for?
That's right. Look at that picture. Look at that picture that I put on my Facebook page. You folks look at that picture. Well, Joe Biden and I want to give him $750 because FEMA's broke. Why? We raided it and gave it to the illegal people sneaking into our country. 600,000 of them convicted convicts. Oh, my God. I was so damn mad yesterday. I could hardly...
Well, somebody just posted... Actually, they posted it last night. So far this year, the United States has given over $24 billion to Ukraine.
Just this year.
$11 billion to Israel. Almost $2 billion to Ethiopia. $1.5 billion to Jordan. $1.5 billion to Egypt. $1 billion to Afghanistan, Somalia, Yemen, Congo. $896 million to Syria. $9,000 per illegal immigrant that has entered the U.S. And for American citizens who pay taxes and live in our country, $750 freaking dollars.
$750.
That is criminal.
You can't do anything. And yet yesterday, same day, Kamala Harris, you Democrats, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are defending their student loan bailout program. There's a judge in Missouri that put a hold on it again because they tried to push their plan forward. You know, we're 30 days from the election. Mm-hmm. And a judge in Missouri said you can't do it. The court already ruled you can't authorize that kind of money without congressional approval. They keep trying. Even as of yesterday, they wanted to cancel loan debt for 30 million borrows. It would erase $20,000 from each one of them. 20 grand for 43 million Americans. And yet those people lost everything by an act of God. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris gave them $750 yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Saw a clip of an interview with Biden yesterday. Reporter asked him about the storm. He didn't know which storm.
Oh, he's just... And you people vote for them. You vote for them. And I'll tell you something else. This is just disgusting. But I'll tell you something else. That dock workers thing that happened yesterday,
yeah.
You know, they suspended the strike.
Well, they postponed it.
Till January.
When it's going to be an issue again.
Yeah. And you know why they postponed it? We got an election coming up. And if the economy, if that would have had the effect on economy and your Christmas and retail and cleared store shelves, you know what that would have done for the American perception of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and how they're handling things? It would have cost them 1 million votes. 1 million votes. They know that. So they said, hey, we can't have this economy in this kind of shape going into election.
No.
We can't do this to the electorate and the American people before the election. You guys put it off, wait till after, and then we're behind the union. But man, you got to get us in first.
And don't worry, when we get to January, we're still going to get you a 66% raise because that's completely fair.
Yeah. And you know this prick happens to get on there and he says, well, we're just trying to get what we deserve. Folks, what is that? What is we deserve? I want him to, what do you think you deserve? All right? You're working 8 hours a day. What do you deserve? You're getting huge dollars for overtime.
Yeah.
And you've got a lucrative pension plan and a great medical plan. What the hell do you think you deserve versus the guy that's picking up trash in Billings? How come you deserve it? You deserve it, my ass.
You don't.
You get what you earn.
That's right.
But see, they were going to put this economy into a tailspin, and people, real Americans, would have noticed that at the stores, at the retail centers, everything. And by the way, how in the hell can one man or one group have the power in this great country of ours to shut down an entire economy?
Union.
They should not have that power.
No, but they do.
Who gave it to him? This guy's not elected. Nothing. How do you have, and why do we let them have that power, folks? Let me ask you this. What if Northwestern Energy decided, you know what? We applied for a big rate increase and the Public Service Commission won't give it to us. Well, you know what? We can't sell electricity for that. So tomorrow, we're just shutting the switch off.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for a spooktacular October at the Roadside Event Center. Friday, October 11th, join them for Bingo, a fundraiser for Pack the Place in Pink. Get tickets now for Dueling Pianos on Friday and Saturday, October 18th and 19th. And plan for a Halloween weekend filled with fun. The Blue Cat has fantastic food and drinks. Sushi and sliders on Sundays, Italian night Mondays, prime rib Saturdays, and loaded Bloody Marys all weekend. The Blue Cat Bar and Grill, Northern Avenue in Huntley, just 9 miles east of the Metro Park exit.
And they would just shut off power to everyone. What would happen? And why can't they do that? These guys went on strike and shut down every single good that was coming in 36 points on the eastern side of the United States. How were they allowed to do it? And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris let them do it. Mm-hmm. You Democrats, how do they get that? There's no way that anyone in this country, besides a president, should be able to shut down America. Close America. Power companies can't do it. Here's another one. What would happen, folks, if all of the refineries that we have in this country, what do we have, like 72 of them? We haven't built a new refinery for years. What if the refineries decided, you know what? We only make about 2 to 3 cents for every gallon of gasoline that we produce. Mm-hmm. We can't do that anymore. We need to make at least a 20 cent a gallon profit to keep our refineries open. You can't do that. Okay, so every refinery in America, all right, we're going to shut them down. And then America, whose engine runs on fuel, we run out of fuel. We don't give them that power.
No.
They don't have that power to do that. But yet these freaking dock workers run by a mob boss at the union held America hostage and shut them down. They could have hurt commerce, the economy, cost thousands of jobs everywhere in America. And we let them have that power. How does that happen? You people vote for them. You put people in place that support their policies. That's why. Same people you voted for are giving that little girl and her family that I put in that picture $750 and giving these people that are breaking our federal law, that are sneaking into our country, trying to take advantage of every American and your tax dollars. They are stealing your wealth and at a greater clip every year. To give to those, and anybody with an ounce of compassion in this country would, in a minute, help that little girl and her family.
That's right.
You vote for them. You vote for them. It's awful. Breaks my heart. We're not like that here. But this is what they're changing. This is the new America they're bringing in. We're from the government, and we're here to help. Government is our worst enemy in America. Get out of the way. Get out of our pocketbooks. Get out of our life. Get out of our bedroom. Get out of our kitchens. Get out of our yards. Get out of our vehicles. Get out of our light fixtures. Get out of everything, and we'll be fine if you just get the hell out of the way and let America's machine be the American machine we know. Nope. Regulation, departments, employees, 87,000 new IRS agents. We had money to fund them to come over and steal your personal wealth. Why are you folks struggling? You think it's the economy? No. It's the government. Look how much they keep taking more from you. What would happen if you had your money back? Are you blind? Don't you get it? Your credit card debt wouldn't be an average of $6,800 a person. If you kept an extra $300, $400, $500 a month that the feds are stealing from you, and what are they using it for? Giving it to illegal immigrants crossing the border, taking your money and giving it to them. And you know what? You voted for those Democrats that are doing that. John Tester supports all that stuff. You voted for him. Oh, he's like one of us. He's not a damn thing like one of us. He's not one of me. He's like one of you. He's like one of you. You're the ones that want to support the illegals. You're the ones that are only giving $750 to those people down there who are suffering. You folks aren't like me or like the rest of us. You keep voting for these guys that hold America hostage at the docks and ruining our companies and sending our factories abroad. You keep voting for them. You're a bunch of hypocrites. Live your life one way and vote the other. Check the box. Why don't they put that on your taxes? You check the box. You have your tax dollars go to the illegal immigrants, and I'll have mine go to that little girl in that boat.
Everybody would prefer that.
Yeah, you can send an extra. John Tester, you hypocrite, you traitor. You're not from Montana. John Tester pays his taxes based on the Trump tax rates and not the old Obama tax rates. Oh, well, why does he live his life that way but talk through the other side of his ass? That's right. That's what they do. We're going to give 43 million students in America who entered a legal contract to borrow money, and they promised to pay it back. We're going to give them $20,000, but we'll give them people down there $750 to help them get their feet under them again. We all have to pay our loans back when we enter a contract with an auto dealership or a bank or any other lender out there. Nope, not them. Not them.
Yeah, try missing a couple of car payments and see what happens.
See what happens. Couple house payments. You vote for them. How in the hell can you vote for them? God, that just made me so mad. They got the media in their back pocket. Q2, Color 8, they're all alike. All of them. They're all a bunch of phonies. They carry their propaganda. They're a branch of the Democratic Party, all of them. Look at this. Here's something else I saw today. What do you hear that? Well, I talked about it earlier in the week with the UM School of Journalism. U.S. labor market is still reliably cranking out jobs every month. Enough to give Americans the confidence and the paychecks to keep spending and sustaining the economy. The Labor Department is expected today. This is AP. This is a UM School of Journalism graduate that probably wrote this. They're expected to report today that America added 140,000 jobs last month. That roughly will match August's 142 as the economy's resilience continues. Listen to that bull crap. Now, folks, think of this. There's 50 states in America. 50. That means that each state in America over the last month added about 2,600 jobs.
Okay.
That's nothing.
That is nothing.
Each state in the country averaged only 2,600 new jobs. You know why? Because this journalist is Listen to how they say it, though. Oh, what resuming? Can you imagine? California's got, 40 million people in it?
Okay.
2,600 jobs. That's nothing. That is nothing, folks, per state. Nothing. They're all part of it. This is what we're battling. This is what we're up against. This is it. $750. I know what I'd have told them. I'd rather die in the mud than let one of you bastards even walk on my property. You get the hell off. I don't need FEMA.
No.
My neighbors will help me more than you will. And that's what they're doing down there. There's stuff coming in from all over the country. People are trying to get there and help because the government can't do a thing. Awful. Awful. What an insult to a nation and a government to do that. And you vote for him. You keep voting for him. Now let's turn the page. Something else. Steven, with a PH, your coffee's ready. Oh, let's see. God, I need some more of that, Wilson. I didn't think I did, but I need some more of that. Let's see here. Billings Airport. 50,000 passengers boarded flights in July. Recent investments. This is what Amy Nile from the Gazette says. God, Mark.
I know.
Recent investments in the Billings Airport are paying off with record increases in passenger traffic. That's right. If you build new bathrooms and add a Cinnabon, it will increase the amount of flights coming into your airport.
No. How much money did they get? Was it like $25 million to do that? I forget the number. And don't get me wrong, the bathrooms are nice.
For the first time in the airport's history, 50,000 passengers boarded flights each month in July and August. The previous record was 49,986. So you know what, folks?
Wait a minute. Paul's good at math.
For 25 million, we added 14 passengers. Hell, break out the whiskey. It's on me.
We better get up to the airport early. I want to get a spot to park.
Line up, everybody. I'm buying. Now, this year, 52,000 passengers boarded. Billings is now the fourth busiest airport in Montana, folks. The fourth busiest.
I still know a lot of people driving to Bozeman to fly.
Oh, yeah. The boost in activity comes as work on the $60 million terminal upgrade and expansion nears completion. Remember last year, Mark, when we flew into the new expanded terminal?
Mm-hmm. I do remember.
It's 11:30, and everybody's ready to get off the plane from the flake strip. And we stop out on the runway. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're here about 10 minutes early, and we're going to just sit out here on the tarmac until they find a gate for us. I look at Wilson. We look at the airport. And there's one plane there.
And he's in our spot.
And it's dark. They already cleaned it. There's 5 other gates right there just in that section that don't have a plane in them. Mm-hmm. Nope. Hell. Somebody got some jumper cables. We got to get this one started and get it, because that's the one we've decided to put the plane at.
I know.
Do you remember that? Everybody said the same thing I was saying. They said this is helping keep ticket prices down. Airport officials have been working with an airport consultant and partners like the Billings Chamber to improve local air service. Well, the Chamber ought to sell an airplane. I mean, they're good at doing crap like that. They sold the Charles Bear painting so they could start a diversity program for businesses. They want to provide incentives to encourage airlines to start new routes. Okay, I get it. We would all love to see some new routes. Except the problem with a lot of that is not many of us want to go to Glasgow in January.
No.
We need some big connections here. We're having trouble getting them. Maybe adding a 5th daily flight to Denver, or Alaska Airlines expanding service to Portland. I know when we have our meeting every year and we get together to try to pick a spot for the flake strip, with Portland always comes up. Doesn't it, Mark?
We could see a Blazers game one night. There's the Rose Garden. They got a great
Portland.
zoo. The Terwilliger curves out there. We can go see some traffic.
And Portland is not a hub.
No.
Seasonal flights also have increased. American Airlines extended daily service to Chicago. That's good. That's a hub. For the summer, Allegiant Air and Sun Country launched twice weekly services to Los Angeles and Minneapolis. However, if you get on the Sun Country Airlines flight, you first have to spray all the sugar beets down by Miles City. And on your way over there, they load them up, and you just, it won't take long, folks. Just an hour. We only got 80 acres or so to spray down there, and then you go over that way.
And sometimes you get a chance to fly the plane while the pilot looks for his phone.
That's right. Yeah, wear your leather hat and your scarf. American Airlines started a 70-day seasonal flight to Chicago, extended it to 144 days. Markets they hope to connect to: Houston, Nashville, and Atlanta. Now, those are big. Though that's what we need to concentrate on. Mm-hmm. We need a Billings, Houston. We need a Billings, Atlanta. You go Billings, you get Atlanta, folks. You can fly anywhere on the globe.
That's right.
Anywhere on the globe.
A lot of people that come to our resort at Akimall coming from anywhere along the eastern seaboard. Mm-hmm. Well, we flew to Atlanta, Cancun.
Airlines decide where to fly, where to offer service, and how much to charge tickets, according to our administrator. Montana airports rely more on leisure travel than others. Absolutely. Why? We are not we are only a destination airport. We are not a connector.
No. If you land in Billings, you're spending the night.
That's right. We are not a connector. Nobody flies to Billings then to go from Billings because they want to go to Denver or they want to go to Seattle. Nobody flies to Billings to do that. Billings has the longest runway in the state. Well, that's great. We don't land 747s or A380 Airbuses, or we don't land them here.
We get the occasional Air Force One.
The newly renovated terminal now has 9 gates. 9 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot. We arrived in Billings a little early. We're about 10 minutes early. We have to wait for the only plane that's at those 9 gates to be moved. We know it's 11:40 at night.
And your butt's been in a plane seat since early this morning.
That's right. We'll, as soon as we get it cleared, we'll pull up there. Mm-hmm. 9 gates. The expansions doubled the number of jet bridges to allow the airport to better serve larger and mainline aircraft. Yeah, that's great, but you're not allowed to pull up to them. Travelers have also been pleased with the upgraded amenities now available. Amy, you don't cite any of the passengers here, and you just said that. Mm-hmm. Concessions are making record revenue. Well, sure they are. We never had any before, so any year is going to be a record.
Good point.
We didn't have Cinnabon up there and that big...
We didn't have
any of that stuff.
We didn't have the little robots that brought your drink to your table.
Right. And by the way, those restaurants, I would venture to... Now, I don't know this. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here. But I'm guessing that probably 90% of their revenue is from all passengers who are leaving Billings.
Yeah, well, yeah. People don't stop at the airport and get something to drink on the way out.
No. Nobody lands here and then decides, let's eat lunch here at the airport.
No.
Or let's have breakfast here at the... No one.
No.
So that's all people leaving. You get there in the afternoon, you're there 2 hours, let's grab a sandwich. You're there in the morning, let's grab I grab a coffee when we go up. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what that is. I
find it interesting you can't buy a drink at the airport at 6 o'clock, but you get on the plane, you can have one.
That's Mark with a K. By the way. Oh, good. They've got 2 autonomous servers up there now at the airport. They're going to upgrade ticket counters, baggage claim, car rental, that kind of stuff. So the car rental doesn't have to be upgraded. That's a wide open, beautiful area there where the bags come in. Waste of money, but that's government. We got money for that. And we just don't have money, though, for that little girl in that boat and her family. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's good. They're making improvements and doing things like that. But, everybody, I'm sure if you ask them what's the most important thing that we need from Logan International Airport, it would be flights to some big connectors.
Right.
That would be overwhelmingly number one. The other things are perks, which is great, but it doesn't serve the purpose of what an airport is supposed to do and provide you great travel options, in my opinion. Atlanta, places like that would be wonderful. And we're just not big enough probably to do it. Now, Bozeman has them. Mm-hmm. Bozeman's number one airport in the state, though. we're fourth. And we can't be number one unless we get flights.
Right. And it's not going to happen.
Yeah, so that's how it works out. So anyway, I still have a lot of crap on my list here we didn't even get to.
Okay.
But that's all right. We'll cover it throughout the day, probably. I calmed down a little bit now. Mark's 10-4 good buddies crap today, and his Steven with a PH.
National Sea Beers Day, buddy.
That's right. That kind of turned things around a little bit.
First news coming up, 6:16.
The Breakfast Flakes podcast brought to you by the Blue Cat Bar and Grill, next to the Roadside Event Center in Huntley. The Blue Cat, it's where it's at.